Hi guys, Korean movie recapped here. Before we start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Today, I'm going to recap a 2017 Korean action comedy movie called Midnight Runners. This movie tells the story of two police academy students who embark on their own amateur investigation to save kidnapped girls from illegal women egg trafficking. So, why don't their seniors help them? Will they succeed in the end? Let's find it out. Park is a newly enrolled student at the Korean National Police University. He joins the academy because his family doesn't have money and the university is free. There, he befriends Kang, another newly enrolled student who joins the academy to try something new in his life after graduating from science high school. Despite their lack of inspiration in serving the country, they are true to their vows as they will put the civilians first before themselves. One day, they request permission to leave the academy, to have some fun. They visit a popular high-end nightclub where artists and beautiful girls swarm the place, as they are looking for girlfriends. Despite their effort, the girls reject them due to their profession. After hearing the response, they start to regret their line of work, as they see the actors and boy band members have fun with multiple girls. Then, they decide to go to an internet cafe to play some Overwatch. On their way, they pass by a beautiful girl. Immediately, their attention is diverted to the girl and follows her to ask her out. When they are deciding who to go first, the girl is hit at the back of her neck and kidnapped. They immediately chase after her. However, the car keeps on getting faster and manages to flee. After realizing the situation, they call 911 to report the incident. As they are waiting for help, they also go to a police station to directly report the case. However, all of the personnel have already been assigned to another case of the kidnapping of a business mogul's grandson. As they grow more concerned about the girl, they decide to embark on their own amateur investigation. They are taught that there are three sources of investigation: examine the victim, evidence, and crime scene. Since they don't know the victim and have no evidence, they revisit the crime scene as their lead. There, they find a plastic bag containing tteokbokki, which the girl brought. From the size of it, they deduce that she lives with some other family members back home. However, they don't have any leads regarding her address. So, they start to track the tteokbokki seller as their next lead. One by one, they visit almost all of the tteokbokki sellers in the area, to no avail. When they are about to give up, they finally find the seller. From her, they find out that the girl usually gets home around midnight and often comes to the stall. She also points out her workplace, which helps them as the next lead. Turns out, she works at an ear cleaning salon, a shady place that is prone to police investigation. At first, they are afraid to investigate further as they will be expelled from the academy if caught entering there. However, they are determined to save the girl. And so, Kang is tasked to look for more information inside the salon, while Park will keep a lookout outside the building. As Kang is enjoying the service inside, some police come to check the place. To avoid the trouble, Park taunts them, leading to a chase. The police seriously want to capture him, but they cannot catch up since Park's body is still fit from all of the academy's rigorous training. Meanwhile inside, Kang is swayed further as the girl flirts with him. He snaps himself out of it, and finally asks her about her colleague. He finds out that the girl's name is Yoonjung. She also lives with her runaway friends in a room nearby. Kang immediately exits the building and runs away with Park to flee from the police. Finally, they arrive at her address. There, they meet a mysterious man who is also one of Yoonjung's friends. When they ask to check the place, the man runs away through the window. Luckily, Kang is able to find him and captures him with the basic training that he has got from the academy. From the man's phone, they find out that Yoonjung has been sold to a gangster named Gunho. After interrogating him further, he tells them that they can find Gunho in a restaurant which he usually visits. On the other hand, Yoonjung is kept in a dark room by the kidnappers. They also inject her with a mysterious drug for unknown reasons. Meanwhile, Park and Kang depart to the restaurant to confront Gunho. The restaurant is located in a notorious Chinatown where a lot of gangsters are active. Even the police are reluctant to patrol the area. Upon arriving, they call Gunho with the man's phone, to lure him out. They are able to identify him. Unfortunately, they forgot to turn off the phone's ringtone, and it rings when Gunho calls them back. And so, an inevitable fight breaks out between them. Despite the difference in their number, they are once more saved by the basic hand-to-hand combat which they gain from the academy. They hold Gunho down and interrogate him about Yoonjung. After some time, they arrive in the place where Yoonjung is kept. Surprisingly, there are many girls aside from Yoonjung who are also kidnapped. In addition, Kang also finds out that they have been injected with menopur, a drug to stimulate the women's eggs' growth and production. They are able to break into Yoonjung's room. They plan to take her to the hospital and come back with the police to help the other girls. However, the other gangster members have arrived to confront them. This time, they are beaten up by the gangster boss and are captured. Then, they are stripped and hanged in a room. They wake up and manage to break free from the hook. Despite being chased by the gangster members when they are trying to flee, they successfully evade them by running towards the police station. They enter the station and try to report their findings. However, the police officer cannot file their report since they cannot show him their IDs, due to their wallets and phones being taken away when they were held captive. The response maddens Park, which leads to a commotion. Then, the police officer shoots them with a taser gun and captures them. The next morning, a professor from the academy comes to pick them up. They beg once more for their report to be investigated, to which the professor agrees. On their way, the professor explains that the girls are more likely to be kept in an egg farm where their eggs will be retrieved monthly and sold as egg donation. The drug will also enable them to produce up to 20 eggs a month, which is very profitable for the kidnappers. Unfortunately, the girls have been moved out of the building. To add to the condition, the case cannot be handled immediately as the investigation units are busy with another big case. Kang remembers the kidnapper's car's plate number, but the vehicle is unregistered and they have to manually check the CCTV footage to get the location. Repeatedly, they ask for the case to be handled immediately, but the professor rejects the request and warns them to stay away from getting involved any further, or they will be expelled. In the academy, they call one of their instructors who has the authority to check CCTV footage. The instructor agrees to help them, but says that the process will take days or even weeks. While waiting for the result, they utilize the time to train their body and field skills, to prepare them for upcoming battles with the gangsters. After some time, the result comes out. The instructor says that the car was seen twice at an intersection, and a similar car with a fertility clinic logo on it tails the car. After investigating the clinic further, they find out that the clinic will be open in 2 days. Meanwhile, a doctor of the clinic is talking to his patients. Turns out, the stolen eggs will be brought to the clinic, and will be sold to the patients for in vitro fertilization. They also only kidnap beautiful girls, as their gene in their eggs is more preferred compared to the others. And then, the fateful day arrives. Park and Kang vow to save the girls and expose the syndicate, despite being expelled as the consequences. They visit the clinic, and immediately confront the gangster members. The situation is unfavorable for them, as they only fight alone and are greatly outnumbered. However, they are far more prepared this time and successfully knock the gangsters unconscious. Unfortunately, the gangster boss has been waiting for them upstairs. They are beaten at first, and take a lot of hits from the boss. Despite the condition, their passion for saving the girls doesn't extinguish and they keep on getting up. As the boss takes more hits, he becomes more vulnerable, and they manage to defeat him after ganging up on him. They immediately break into the operating room and save Yoonjung and the other kidnapped girls. After the incident, the academy higher-ups are discussing what to do with them. The meeting room is split into two, one side who thinks that they should be expelled for breaking the orders, and the other side thinks that they should be rewarded for not neglecting the civilians, despite the risks. The professor defends the two and points out that they set the right example for future police officers, as they put the civilians first before themselves. In fact, he also says that they should expel them if they neglect their call. In the end, Park and Kang are lightly punished for abandoning the orders. The professor relays the result and salutes them for their endeavor. Yoonjung also visits her two saviors, Park and Kang, to thank them wholeheartedly. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.